Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad and Supercoach Pro. This is the round 6 preview of my side going into the week. So hopefully we have another big week. I've used a boost this week. I think I sort of have to, and I'm sort of taking a little bit of risk here, but I think it needs to be done. So I think I was gonna originally on my review trade out Gimby, but he has been named, so it sort of throws out my plans to bring in a Parish or a Sinclair, who I'm really hot on this week. So I'm going to make this really quick. If you look at my undo changes, I bought in Johnson, Roberts, and COGS. I only had about 500k to grab a player, and I was between Butters and COGS, and this is what I'll probably go over really quickly. Mackenzie is break even's 89. Not sure if he'll get it, and he's on extended bench at the moment. Amadi and Bruce are just dead picks at the moment, so I'd rather field Gimby because these guys are useless. So cancel that. It also allows me to loop some players in the back line. You'll see Jones, if he does well, Constable goes to Wilmot, and then I can decide if I want to play Wilmot over Hollins. And the same thing with Johnson. I think I'll actually field Johnson over Baker. His name is a follower this week, and Baker's name on extended bench. So he's going to get time on ground straight away. I'll probably look at before the bounce to see if either of these do go to the bench. So that could be really very on who actually starts on the field. But we've seen Johnson as a follower, so I'm really hot on him. And then also I can always pull Baker's score. If he does well, I can always put Tom Green on and capture Baker's score. But his variation's too much up and down. I don't want to grab a 40, but we know he has big games in him. So yeah, I'm going that way inclined. So we poll Jones, we poll Baker, and I can't we poll any forwards. But I like the fact that if there is any way outs like Sheasel, that I'll get Robert's score on the weekend. So I don't mind having him there. And then hopefully there's no carnage on Sunday, because I do got Fergus Green if I do need coverage for a Zeeble or something like that to happen. But let's just hope this team goes all right this weekend. Obviously, I'm holding Green. I think if you're in the top 5,000, you may as well trade him sideways for a value primo, like maybe Darcy Parish I'm really hot on. But I certainly wouldn't be trading out your Settlefields of the world and Gimby's this week if you don't need to. He's one of the rookies that can actually score well at the moment. And I could even run Gimby as an emergency in case he gets subbed out, but I'm pretty confident in his scoring ability now that Yo's out of that side. Now, just quickly, because I'm on my lunch break, so this is super quick for me, COGS and Butters. Now, COGS has a history of going 108, 101, etc. Look into his stats. So disposal wise, 25 there, still scored a 71. So he doesn't need a lot of the ball to do well normally. This season he just seems to not use it well, so he sort of does, which is a little bit annoying. But we know he gets a lot of appeal, just doesn't use it well. So the fact that he got 29 disposals and only scored 58 is fine, because it just screams out efficiency. But at least he's finding the ball. Now I know he's got a harder matchup, but there's no Tom Green in the side this week, so plenty of CBAs for him, even though it probably won't increase too much. Butters is all role dependent. Now, for some reason, I haven't got his stats up properly here. But the scoring capabilities between Butters and COGS, I feel like COGS has a better low sort of floor in him. And this is the issue that I don't have with COGS, is his midfield time is 84, 68, 83, 81, 84. So it's always around the low 80s. And only one above him is really Green. So the fact that Green's out, maybe he gets 96%. Who knows? He has big games in him. And for his price, I'm not really concerned, because he should be top 8 forward. Whereas Butters, really role dependent. And I don't trust Hinkley each week to keep Butters in the midfield. So it's interesting for me. So Butters' big scores come when he has, 60% midfield time, but he's such a roller coaster. He gets injured quite easily for the way he plays, and I'm just not willing to risk him this early in the season. I've seen him get concussed. I've seen him do injuries and not look great. And then if he doesn't get the ball in the midfield, they play him forward. And I just don't like these 80s and 70s all the time. I know Butters has a better fixture, but in saying that, there's 20 rounds. Well, sorry, how many rounds to go? Like 17, 18 rounds to go. It's not about the next 5. It's about the whole season, and I prefer COGS over the whole season. So that's where I'm going with COGS. I've owned him before and I've owned Butters before, but I just feel more confident in COGS' role week to week than what I do Butters. And that's how we're lining up into it. So VC tonight, I think I'll actually VC English and Captain Laird against Hawthorn. So loopholes are good at this with the red. It means you are safe to put a Constable on field for the loophole option. And green as well. So these guys, if you don't got any loopholes and you've got a player injured or missing, I wouldn't trade them out because you can do these loopholes and you don't have to waste a trade, and you may only lose 20 or 30 points by fielding a rookie. But if one of these rookies go off, you've got double chances. So I don't see the point of getting rid of players unless you've got no bench cover, so to speak. And now Johnson and Roberts look like the only rookies to pick from this week, to be honest. Williams got dropped, so I had a bad feeling. I wasn't sure about Williams, and lucky he got dropped now, or else I would have probably brought him in over Johnson this week. But as soon as I saw Johnson as a follower, that was it. I was sold on that pick. So I think now for the rookies, we've just got to hit and hope they get 3 or 4 games, and I'm sure they'll get games through the season, and hopefully they're playing during the bye. So that's the team. I've only done 1 upgrade, 2 downgrades, and I've got no money really to do an upgrade next week. So for me, any of these rookies that look like their break evens beyond them, so I'll be looking at players like Jones, Wilmot, McKenna, Gimby, Cowan. Any of those players that look like they're ready to cut, they will be the first ones to go on my back line by the looks of it. I feel like Oscar Baker's on the cusp as well, but I do like his fixture coming up as well. The Dogs have got a fairly easy run. So I've got a lot of cash generation and it's upgrade season, so I don't see any reason in getting rid of Green this week. I think you just hold him, to be honest, because potentially if you're sideways Green and I've added Cornelio into my side next week, you've got, let's say you've got Darcy Parish, but now I've got Cogs and Green against your Darcy Parish, so I'd therefore have 2 primos over your 1. Anyway, I've got to go back to work, so I better leave this video here. If you guys got any questions, leave them in the comments below. It is an 8-10 game, so we've got plenty of time for the 5 p.m. teams to settle. So you've got 3 hours all your side, run some loops, do your homework on some of the players, go into these sort of websites, Footy Wire and DFS for CBAs and kick-ins, and have a look at what they're all about, because they really help you each week as well, know players' roles and on what they're sort of doing. So leave the video there. Hopefully you guys have a good week too. And catch you on the next one for my review Tuesday night, maybe Wednesday morning, depending how we go. See yous.